The governing authority of Revachol. The RCM is but one part of this provisional administration.
Why? No, apparently it just stopped streaming. I didn't even realize until I came back and I looked. I was like, what the fuck? Well, what the fuck?
It is the most important thing. It's the central goal of any sound monetary policy.
I saw the messages and I was so confused. Like, what the fuck are you on about? I look right, and it's like, start streaming. What do you mean start streaming? The fuck, I was so confused.
Basically,
I was like, what do you mean PSU? These guys have PSUs? Fuck's sake.
Précisément. Too much inflation, bread becomes too expensive. Too much deflation, it becomes too cheap for bakers to produce. That's why the Institute of Price Stability works to keep inflation just below 2%.
Below 2%. This is fascinating, but below 2% of what?
Not too far below. No. Too below is also bad. Below, but close to 2%.
You're not answering my question. He's a true politician.
The coalition believes in the importance of informing the public about the benefits of the price stability. Transparency is one of our principles. Would you like an informational pamphlet?
No, I'm
sound
good.
Monetary policy is essential for addressing uncertainty.
I don't care about capitalism, bro.
Of the moral inter. It's the reason why I identify as a moralist.
Inflation was 2% today.
I don't
it's
have
not.
my leaflets on me today.
Fuck you.
That's too bad. You can always call our information line. Making information available is part of the moral intern's commitment to transparency.
What's the moral
It's the
intern?
International Organization for Moralists. Hence, Moralist International. The Institute of Price Stability is just one of its many mind babies, as is the coalition.
Are you a moralist?
But of course.
Am I a moralist?
Well, do you value freedom?
No.
Do you believe in a normal, stable...
Turn to Kim. Are you a moralist? Peace out, bro. Take care.
Me?
Me? Aye.
You've managed to catch the lieutenant off guard, but only for a moment. He quickly recomposes himself.
I'm a lieutenant of the RCM, dedicated to
boo!
A very moralist answer.
The lieutenant is practiced in the art of putting on a show for one's superiors.
Well, this doesn't seem very stable to me.
The Occident is part of the normal world. Oranier, sur la clé, Martinez? No. Martinez is something else.
What about the rest of Revachol? Part of normal?
Revachol is generally difficult. It's led by an interim government, which means it hasn't yet achieved full democracy. But they are working towards it. You're all doing very well here, relatively speaking.
Moralism is the ideal of foreign occupiers. Revachol must be governed by Revacholism. Democracy is a meaningless sham as long as the working class is under the boot of the capital. Boot heel of capital. It's like every time I'm talking to people, I'm choosing option D. None of the above is moralism. That's it. Democracy is a meaningless sham as long as the working class is under the boot heel of capitalism. CPUC.
The detective's personal views do not represent the views of the RCM.
Well, this is true. Wrong fucking keyboard.
Ah, my friend. But the lesson of the revolution is that communism does not work.
It didn't work because coalition crushed it violently. We just haven't tried real communism. And what are you telling me this? And you're telling me this world here is working as well. Yeah, well, it didn't work because coalition crushed it violently.
Oh, yes. The big bad coalition crushed the revolution. Tell me, if the revolution was succeeding, would it have been crushed so easily? Are we really so bad for wanting compromise, peace, and prosperity on reasonable, achievable terms? Ask yourself that.
Yes, you are bad.
Now, enough of this delightful political interlude. Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Tell me about the Sur-la Cliff.
What's there to say? Sur-la-Clé is a modern, urbanized country that measures very high on the Human Development and Freedom Index. Mostly, though, it's known as the executive heart of EPIS. Moreover, it is a great sponsor of less emerged countries. Revachol is only one of its many darlings whose progress it supports and cherishes.
What makes Revachol Sur-la-Clé's darling?
Because a great percentage of Revachol's culture hails from Sur-la-Clé. Its language, its people, its cuisine even. Or at least in the downtown La Delta area.
Tell me more about Oranger.
Oranje is an exemplary
Oranje.
nation who, as a core member of EPIS, contributes 28% of our annual budget. Next to Sur-la-Clé, Oranje is probably the most prominent member of the international community.
Which one of them is more EPS?
As founding members, they are both very EPIS. Oranje carries a lot of political weight, while Sur-la-Clé takes care of the business side of things. Sur-la-Clé hosts the headquarters of the major EPIS institutions.
Okay, but outside EPIS, where's Oranger?
Oranje's economy is one of the most advanced in the world. It has successfully transitioned from heavy industry to advanced services and generally acts as an engine for sustainable change in the international community.
Can't you just talk like a normal person?
About what?
About Oranger, just like...
Oh, it's very urban and very well organized. Their streets are clean, their horse cars run on time, the people are polite and efficient. Like I said, they are an example for less emerged nations to follow.
Let's just talk about something
Whatever
else.
you wish, officer.
Can you tell me about your friend?
Ah, my friend. My friend is a good young man. His family immigrated here from Kedra, and life has not been easy for him. But he understands the importance of education. He has taken his future into his own hands, and that's all that matters.
What's Kedra?
Kedra is a candidate member of APIS. But, between you and me, their potential membership is a more contentious issue.
What do you mean?
That it's never going to happen. They entered negotiations in 21, and it's been pending ever since.
What's this EPIS you keep talking about?
EPIS is a very special program developed by the Moral Intern to support certain Occidental nations. It began as a unified system of weights and measures, which proved to be a wild success. Nothing but kilograms and centimeters as far as the eye can see.
God, yes. Sweet standardization. The backbone of rationality and commerce.
It was such a wild success that we expanded it into an economic union for the processing of steel. Another success. And between you and me, the Moral Intern feels emboldened by this success. Emboldened to take EPIS to the next level.
What does it stand for?
Why? It stands for progress and stability, like the Moral Intern as a whole.
What does the letters stand
It's
for?
been such a wild, extraordinary success thus far. We are very excited to take it to the next level.
You don't even hear the words I'm saying to you. Talk like a true politician.
A supranational political alliance. The United States of Occident.
Is it going to be like this place
You
here?
mean Revachol? No, it's going to have transparent democracy.
Is Russia going to be a part of it?
It's one day going to be a candidate member of EPIS, sure.
You say that the candidate members never become real members?
No, candidate members do become members. Why do we even have the whole system in place if they don't? It just takes time. Time? But we were talking about my friend here, not politics. I'm all ears, officer. Do you have everything you need from me? I'm afraid we won't have the chance to speak again once you leave. Sure.
Alright. I'm going to finish up anyway. I have work tomorrow. You save. And might possibly on tomorrow. Peace out. Yeah.